Hey, what's up, good people? I'm QC. Welcome on this special edition, late night talking and grubbing live nightly digital show. All right, tonight I'm going to be discussing a few things, such as former NBA content creator Kwame Brown and his hate towards Bronny James, Stephen A. firing back at his critics. Plus, I go back in time and remember and reminisce on LeBron coming home 10 years later. That and more here on tonight's Talking and Grubbing Live Nightly Digital Show, special edition. And I'll be back to get into it just a few minutes. So don't go away. All right, y'all. Hey, what's up, good people? I'm QC. Welcome to a special late night edition of Talking and Grubbing live nightly digital show. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing good. I'm doing good. Hope everybody's having a good weekend so far. Hope everybody's trying to stay cool as we've got massive heat waves all over the country. You know, we've been getting a lot of 80-degree weather up here in the Northeast. I know a lot of my people out west and in the South, you've been getting hit with 90 to 100 plus degree weather. So hope everybody's staying safe and keeping cool and definitely keeping hydrated through this heat wave. Now, I'm sorry I haven't been doing any live nightly digital shows lately. I posted a short earlier on why I haven't been doing any, but if you didn't watch it, I'm going to explain right now. I had a death in the family earlier this week. My uncle passed away, so definitely been decompressing, trying to process that. So that's why I haven't been live, and I definitely appreciate all your condolences and prayers. But that's why I haven't been on live lately. Not because I didn't want to be. Definitely want to be on live with you guys. Also, if you'd like to support the channel, you can donate via Cash App or PayPal. There's the Cash App cash tag, $ talking and grubbing. And here's the PayPal email address, talkingandgrubbing@gmail.com. Any donations you give to the channel, I greatly appreciate it. I appreciate everyone who has supported the channel, past and present. I definitely thank you. Y'all have helped me keep this channel going and growing. What's up, Daniel Berry Sports Highlights? How you doing? Thanks for joining me. Say happy Saturday. Hey, everyone. Well, early Sunday morning now, but greatly appreciate it. Y'all subscribe to Daniel Berry Sports Highlights channel. I know definitely a lot has been going on. Especially in the sports world. Of course, we got NBA Summer League also. We're about to have the Olympics coming up soon. The next couple of weeks. Definitely can't wait to see how that pops off. Especially with Simone Biles back in the Olympics, as well as USA men's basketball. Going to try to watch many events as I can. All right, so let me get into the first story. We all know that former NBA player turned content creator Kwame Brown has definitely thrown a lot of shade at Bronny James ever since Summer League started. But he's also throwing shade at LeBron as well. Recently on his YouTube channel, Kwame Brown Butts Life, he went in on Bronny James after his first Summer League game. I'm going to play you a little bit of that audio, and I'll be back with the rest of my tape.
Hey, what's up? Man, listen. I gotta brush these teeth, but I gotta roll me one real quick. I gotta go somewhere. Trying to get a few things done in the morning. Before I gotta move around. But I love nepotism. Don't get me wrong. I love nepotism. If you work for your company and you got the money to put your kid in position to work, that is fine. But What's up, Ticket? Salute to you. But yo, when it comes to competition, I love competition more than anything. You, I love competing. Like I don't care nothing about no name. I don't care nothing about nothing. I love competing. And what I saw in Bronny James, I don't see and see this. No knock on kids that grow up in good neighborhoods and come from a good family. Because Steph Curry grew up in a good neighborhood, come from a good family, and he's an assassin. Bronny James don't seem to have that dog in him. Uh, he does not like. Where does he pull from to get that extra grit? Because whether he know it or not, Bronny James, you are in a coveted position, bro. But this ain't gonna be the end all be all. You got $8 million a year, a little less than $8 million a year for 2 years, or $4 million a year. I think it's like 7.9 over 2 years, so a little less than 4 million a year. Now, what that did was that put a bullseye on your back, dude. I don't see you frown in the game. I don't see you get mad. I don't see you yell at nobody. Where's the passion? It's like you just are such a nice little sweet little kid. Where is the compassion? Where is the dog? Where is the anger? He got a 4 year deal guaranteed. Man, stop playing. Oh shit. Now see, that's even worse. You get a 4 year deal guaranteed, dude. You supposed to go out there and tear niggas' heads off. Everybody think you don't deserve it. Hell, after this first game, I think you don't deserve it. Now, when it comes down to competition, dude, you gotta earn your keep. You gotta kick ass. See, they took it off your shoulders to where you don't gotta worry about competing against other draft picks because now your contract is fully guaranteed. Everybody else would have had to compete. You out here on cruise control, passing the ball with your daddy named LeBron James. Your daddy done stuck his neck out and said that you was ready to play in the NBA right now. And that was last year. That was it when you was in college. You are here in the NBA and you trying to prove to everybody you here for a reason. And you only take like 3, 4 shots, 9 shots. What the hell is wrong with you? Are you scared or something? Your daddy is LeBron James. Shoot the damn basketball, Bronny. You got to show people, you got to show your naysayers, you got to show your father, you got to show everybody that, hey, this ain't no wasted pick. I ain't no bum. And even if you turn out to be a bum, earn the fact to be a bum, earn the fact to be a bust. But it got to be on you. Right now, you ain't earned a damn thing. Right now, everything has been given to you. And we like it all right now because you black. But at the same time, there's other black people that could have been in your spot that wanted to buy their mama a house and they represent themselves better than you. Bronny James, your daddy is out the way now. Now it's time for you to sink or swim. But I think your poor dear daddy set your ass up because he's so busy chasing legacy that he don't know he gonna destroy you. Cause boy, when them wolves, if you only playing like this amongst the talent that you playing with, you not playing against top tier talent. Now these guys are top talent for where they at. Let me not say that with no disrespect to none of those guys out there on the court. Because they can all probably kick my old ass right now. Maybe not. But let's keep it all in perspective. They're not the starting guards. They're not the starting two guards. They're not the starting three guard. So to have a guy that's probably not even going to be a viable option on a team or be the third or fourth option on a team, push Bronny James down like he was a rag doll, shoot a shot in his face, and Bronny don't get up and forearm check him. He don't get up and do nothing. He just smile and run down the court. This is the nicest king son I ever seen. Yeah, LeBron James is Homelander because Homelander got a nice ass son too. Homelander trying to teach his son how to be a killer like him. And Homelander can't seem to reach that boy and teach him how to be a killer. LeBron is Homelander. And Bronny is Homelander Jr. He just don't got it. LeBron trying to force him to have it, giving him everything he need to have it. He got a 4 year plan, but he just don't got it. If he had it, he would have understood from the word go. I gotta punish these niggas. I gotta punish them because they think I didn't earn my spot. You know the position you in, Bronny. Just because you ain't come from the hood, you can still turn into a dog. You gotta be mad at everybody that think that you don't deserve you supposed to be there. You gotta use that. Any motherfucker that think you ain't supposed to be in the league, that's the energy you supposed to be using. Not your daddy, not your last name. You supposed to be pulling from that energy that you think I ain't supposed to be here? Oh, hell no. Let me show you why I'm supposed to be here. Nigga, I'm Bronny James. That's the attitude you supposed to have. You coming in here with this nice guy bullshit. That ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work. Now, your daddy talked a lot of stuff, Bronny. Your daddy talked a lot of stuff, Bronny. And unfortunately, because of what your daddy said, we in the media gonna be critiquing you. Your daddy said you was ready to play right now for the Lakers. And then it turns out you got drafted to the Lakers. And I'm that type of man that I don't give a fuck about what you say. I want to show me what you can do. Damn all that talking. You there right now, Bronny, that you can prove your daddy right or wrong. And the approach that you got is dead ass wrong. I know your daddy probably telling you, boy, why the hell you not shooting the ball? I would rather my son be 0 for goddamn 15 than goddamn 2 for 9 or whatever you shot. You supposed to be shooting the ball 15, 20 times a game in summer league. Nigga, this your time to shine. 15, you supposed to be shooting 20 times a game. From anywhere you want to shoot from. Hell, your coach, goddamn, your daddy boyfriend. Your daddy boss. Somebody just called me. But yeah, man, the coach, your daddy goddamn friend. You know what I'm saying? They mind the game together. So I can't see. Like either you a Kerr, Bronny, you gonna get the name Kerr, because you don't got no reason to be scared. Your daddy name is Bronny James. Nigga, you play for Clutch Sports. Your daddy is the league. And you mean to tell me you scared and timid? You ain't got a damn thing to be afraid of. Nigga, to be or not to be, Bronny, you gotta shoot the goddamn ball and be all you can be. If not, I'm starting to think you might be a curve, boy. You might be scared. You might be scared.
All right, that's enough of that. First of all, Kwame Brown is not in the position to be talking about anybody, especially a 19-year-old young man. But now this was the same dude a few years ago that was crying all over social media talking about how Stephen A. constantly was ridiculing him, clowning him, and calling him a bust, talking about, I was only 19 years old. But now here you are doing the same thing to a 19-year-old young man. It's like you're picking on this dude. Like, you know, in position to comment on anybody's game. And I'm getting tired of a lot of you goofies on social media talking about, well, Kwame played 12 years. Yeah, he played 12 years, but he was a damn journeyman. Okay? That man played for what, like 7 or 8 different teams within a 12-year span. And also, he was the number 1 pick. That's even worse. Now, if Kwame was like the 26th pick in the first round, nobody would care. But you were drafted number 1 by the Washington Wizards. They expected you to come in and to start turning that franchise around and make them a winner and eventually a contender. And you did none of that. You were drafted by Michael Jordan, and you didn't succeed. Like, come on, for your career, you played 607 games. This is according to basketballreference.com. You averaged 6.6 points per game, 5.5 rebounds, and 0.9 assists, Kwame. You know, you trying to talk about, well, Bronny, he doesn't have any killer. Where was your killer at? Worrying somebody up about somebody else's killer instinct. Where was yours? Because you damn sure didn't have no killer instinct in your whole NBA career. That's why you traveled from team to team all those years. Excuse me. But this is really about the fact you hate his daddy. Okay? Just keep it real. And my thing is, if you got a beef with somebody, keep your beef with them. Don't go having beefs with their family or friends because they did nothing to you. Bronny did nothing to you, man. You 42 years old and you picking on a 19-year-old young man. This young man is old enough to be your son or your nephew at least. You at least could have gave him some advice on how to navigate the NBA, be a professional. The do's and don'ts, say like, and tell him like, hey, I wish I would have done this, when I first got drafted, or you need to do this. Instead of trying to encourage him to be a mentor, you come off as some bitter old Negro. And that's the biggest problem. And you wonder why these kids don't want to listen to us, because I'm 41 myself. It's because of some of us elders ain't doing our job. Instead of us trying to lift them up, we lift up our young people, we tear them down. It's one thing to be critical, but don't be overcritical. And that's what you were, Kwame. You were overcritical of Bronny just because you have such animosity towards his daddy, which I don't know why, because he did nothing to you either. He never even spoke about you. But you're doing this for clout. You talk about you hate Stephen A so much. Guess what, Kwame? You are Stephen A. You became what you hated, dude. You definitely became what you hated. You nothing but the Stephen A of the internet. That's all it is. Stephen A is on TV. You're on the internet. That's why y'all can't get along, because you're both just alike. But yeah, Kwame, like, come on, you way out of pocket. You could at least also offer some advice for him in your video on telling them how to be a pro, how to navigate the NBA. And also, you talking about, well, LeBron got his son in the NBA. Guess what? A lot of people across this world are in jobs because of family and friends. LeBron ain't gonna be the first to hook up his family, and he ain't gonna be the last. Oh, this LVZ. What's up, LVZ? Talking about Kwame. Said it could have been people who bought their mama a house who represented themselves better than you too. LVZ cannot stand Kwame. Said so it will destroy him if he doesn't make the main roster. One play hashtag moron. Man. Man, I'm sorry I had to subject y'all to that video, but man, sometimes, excuse me, sometimes I gotta show you some of these folks just open their head and put their brains on display. And Kwame definitely put his brain on display in that video. Yeah, that's why I cut it off. I said, man, I heard enough too. Definitely heard enough of that fool. Like, there's so much I can take with Kwame. It's like, man, it's like Kwame's coming off like a bully. Or trying to come off like a bully. Let me rephrase that. All right, I'm going to take a quick pause. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back, good people. Once again, shout out to LBZ. Y'all subscribe to his channel. Definitely gives a lot of great takes on whether it be politics, sports, or current news. Y'all subscribe to his channel. All right, on to the next story. This is a story that I definitely have been wanting to do. ESPN analyst Stephen A. Smith decided to fire back at his critics on his podcast, The Stephen A. Smith Show, recently. In particular, rapper and content creator Willie D, who's a member of the Ghetto Boys, along with Scarface and the late Bushwick Bill, and Faison Love, who you all know as Big Worm off of The First Friday. He's been in other movies such as The Players Club, The Replacements with Keanu Reeves, The Players Club with Ice Cube, Lisa Ray, and the late, great Bernie Mac. Also, he was on the hit TV show in the 90s, The Parenthood, with Robert Townsend. He's got a bunch of credits attached to his resume. But these two decide to respond to Stephen A's criticism of the BET Awards honoring O.J. Simpson during their In Memoriam segment last Sunday, live during the BET Awards. I'm going to play a little bit of Willie D's video from his channel, Willie D Live. And I'm also going to play Faison's videos and then play Stephen A's video, Stephen A's response. And I'll come back with my take.
Stephen A. Smith had a problem with the BET Awards acknowledging O.J. Simpson during its In Memoriam segment. So much so that he went on this long diatribe about O.J. and how BET was out of pocket. Family, let me preface my subsequent remarks by saying that black folks in this country don't get a lot of breaks. I get it that O.J. Simpson was not liked by a lot of people, specifically a certain segment of America. I get it. Considering the fact that black folks don't get a lot of breaks in this country, and O.J. was accused of a double homicide, in which he was acquitted of, and O.J. Simpson was a Hall of Fame football player, O.J. Simpson absolutely deserved to be included in that In Memoriam. I get it. O.J. didn't have a lot of black friends. I'm pretty much indifferent to O.J. But what I'm not going to do, make him look bad. I'm not going to help them taint his image. I'm not going to help them destroy his legacy, because I know the only reason they feel the way they feel about OJ is because OJ is a man, one of the very few in the history of this country who was accused of killing white people and got off. Yeah, nah, that's what this is really about. That's right. That's what this is really about. There have been a whole lot of white people who have killed white people in this country and got off. And they've never had that same energy for those people. You know what they say? Well, I believe he was guilty. A jury of his peers acquitted him. They saw it differently. And we just have to respect the jury's decision. Our system is not perfect, but it's the only system that we have. That's what they say. But for some reason, they go. It's OJ. They can't let it go for some reason. And they have these stooges like Half Stephen from Django Smith, perched up to do their work. They put them on national TV. They put them on these big stages where they can have a big audience, where their words can have some influence. And they use these little monkeys like Stephen A. Smith to say the things that they can't say publicly. Oh, they definitely say it in private, but they can't say it publicly because they would be called the racist that they are. In regards to BET including O.J. Simpson in his in memoriam segment, Stephen A. Smith said that when you do things like that, you got people outside the community saying things like, see that? See that? You got TMZ talking about it. You got NBC talking about it. You got CBS talking about it. You got USA talking. When you do stuff like that, how does us as a community, those are his words, I'm paraphrasing, but those are his words. How does that benefit as a community? They really care about us as a community. It sounds like when you say things like that, it sounds like to me like they really care about us. If they're so concerned about what black folks are doing and what we care about, aren't they talking about reparations? Why aren't CBS and TMZ and USA, why they ain't talking about reparations? Why aren't all these fine media outlets that you mentioned talking about police brutality, how they disproportionately murder black folks, especially unarmed black folks? Why aren't they talking about that? Why aren't they talking about the wage gap? Because they don't give a damn. That's why. So let me get this straight. All of these big, fine, reputable media outlets are talking about a dead man, but they ain't gonna say nothing about all that excessive twerking, ass shaking and bending over and busting it wide open. They ain't gonna say nothing about that.
Tomorrow is a big day for Guardians fans looking to buy individual.
All right, now I'm going to play the Faison Love videos.
With you in his box? Or did you even grow up with with a black man in the house? Were you adopted by a white family? Is that how you got the job? Because I don't know. You have no athleticism at all. I can be sport you name. Hockey, checkers, hopscotch, handball, badminton. How did you get that job, Stephen? Stephen A? Then you got to know the nerve to tell me the trial was televised for 6 months. Yeah, and so was the motherfucking verdict. Did you not see the verdict? Or were you bad? Because when you grew up in that white family, y'all said, they lit them off, Ma. You are a disgrace. A disgrace. Then you got the nerve to quote Jay-Z? Like he's a barrier of light? Are you fucking stupid? He just said, I was not black. I own you. Both you ignorant ass straw niggas misquoted him. The exact quote is, I'm not black or white. I'm OJ. I'm an individual. God made me. God bless me as an individual. That's why they lost that motherfucking case, because they was judging a black man and not the motherfucking evidence. They got lost with being black. You see, no, I'm special. Just like all these children are special. They're all individuals. There's not two of nobody out here. Even twins are different. Judge me as OJ, nigga. Not just a nigga off the street or everywhere, nigga. Because that's why niggas get shot. Because that's the same nigga that came here last week. Stephen A., I know you ain't really raised at the same time. Red slap you upside your head, put a gun to your head and say, you want to go home, nigga? I know you ain't never went through no shit like that. You undercover. Raised by white folks. I was raised by wolves. Hyenas. They had to get it. They had to get it. That's why my face is scrunched up. And next time you want to get out your black, I'm gonna get out here and I'm gonna be black and I'm gonna show you who I is. Show me, nigga. Let's just say you beat me up. Let's just say, you know what, Stephen A. Smith whooped my ass. What you gonna do about Willie D? Willie D, fighting in his sleep. You knock me out, here come Willie D, straight from Popeyes. And you say, who'd be fighting in his sleep, boy? I feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for you. Because this is a culture, but we're all individuals.
All right, I meant to air that last, but I'm going to show you the original video that Faison Love posts after Stephen A.'s comment on his show. Give me a second.
This Stephen A. Smith, man, I don't know. Where do you niggas come from? Do they groom you niggas? Where the fuck do you come from? You mad because BT is celebrating OJ? Who else gonna celebrate him? Are you fucking stupid? He was found innocent, nigga. In the court of laws, the white laws. But your dick nose is gonna go on talking about how, are you crazy? You would have did this, would have did that. Where the fuck do you niggas come from? Where the fuck do you niggas come from? I've never seen some lazy house nigga shit. You ain't even a house nigga. You the nigga that's sucking the house niggas dick. Who the fuck are you niggas? That's what Kendrick's talking about. They are not like us. They are not like you. Fuck you on talking about OJ. Nigga, are you crazy? You can't even
All right. Right. That was Willie D and Faison Love. That was their reaction to Stephen A. following his criticism of OJ being honored in the in memoriam segment during the BET Awards. They were definitely on point with a lot of things they said. You know, Willie D, he definitely was on point of calling Stephen A. Smith out. You know, because, I mean, look, yes, I don't rock with the BET Awards like that either, but why are they so... Matter of fact, that was the only thing they talked about was the OJ Simpson in memoriam segment. They didn't talk about all the ratchetness, all the twerking, just all the off-the-chain behavior that was at the BET Awards 2 weeks ago now, excuse me. They just focused on OJ, and we all know why. Because basically, he was a black man, and he was acquitted of killing 2 white people. And they still have not gotten over that almost 30 years later. You know? And that was BET's choice for them to put OJ in that in memoriam segment. They could have not done it. They could have decided not to do it, but they chose to. I mean, yes, he wasn't a choir boy. Yes, he wasn't really around black people like that. But still, it doesn't take away from the fact that he was acquitted. And the problem I have is a lot of people still want to relitigate this case after almost 30 years. Now, look, I did have I did make a mistake with the whole Robert Blake thing. He was not in the memoriam segment for the Emmys or the Oscars, but he still received his grace. OJ didn't receive that, not in life and not in death, and now not in death, which he should have gotten, and which he definitely deserves. But now I'm gonna play you Stephen A. Smith's response to Willie D and Faison Love. I'll be back with my commentary.
Is something I could have easily touched on yesterday. But, you know, I hadn't seen all of the BET Awards, but I saw it last night. And I'm going to get started with that because this past weekend, the BET Awards, something we look forward to, something that's been a ratings bonanza, give credit where credit is due. This is a celebration, supposedly a celebration of black culture, music, and...
Oh, excuse me for a moment. That was the wrong video. I'm about to key up the all right, I'm about to cue up the Stephen A. Smith clip now.
When you are in murder charges and there's a preponderance of evidence against you, whether you're found not guilty or not, a lot of people usually think you're guilty. It's not a crime. We ain't the ones that committed the crime. I'm not the one that did it, Faison. That wasn't me. And you're talking about a BET award and me bringing up something and you acting like I'm out of pocket. Well, where were you last year? When the Oscars were taking place in 2023. After Robert Blake, a.k.a. Beretta, had passed away. He passed away, and then Jimmy Kimmel, who was emceeing the Oscars, said this. Put this quote up on the screen for me, y'all, please, so everybody can see it for themselves. This is what Jimmy Kimmel was quoted as saying. You can go back, you can Google it, you can YouTube it, you can see it for yourself. Jimmy Kimmel spoke on this at the Oscars. And what did Jimmy Kimmel say? Just 3 days after Beretta, Robert Blake, had passed away on March 9th, he was a butt of jokes by Jimmy Kimmel at the Academy Awards on tonight. Quote, if you think Robert Blake should be part of the in memoriam montage, the Oscars hope quipped, text, give me a Blake. Give me a Blake. To the number on your screen. Except there was no number on the screen. Just Blake, the face, appeared in neither the montage nor the extended online tribute to those who died that year. So he wasn't honored. Which brings me to my point. They actually didn't show his face. Give me a Blake. Wouldn't mention it, wouldn't show him. Not guilty on a criminal trial, found guilty, civil trial. Sound familiar? Oscars said we ain't honoring him. We're not talking about him. We're not celebrating him. We're not mentioning with the other individuals who are so more worthy than somebody that innately killed their wife. So me turning around and saying, yo, the BET Awards, what are you doing? Louis Gossett Jr., phenomenal actor. Clarence Avant, move-in shaker. Mr. Isley himself. How about Bill Cobbs and Ron Cephas Jones? How How about those great actors and a great... Why? I want that. Faison, God forbid. What if you passed away? Do I want you mentioned in the same breath as somebody who's widely considered to be an individual that got away with double murder? I didn't sit up there and say crucify the man. I didn't say like he's garbage. I didn't say any of those things. What I said is he doesn't need to be honored. He doesn't need to be mentioned in memoriam with other people who weren't accused of what he was accused of. And for that, I'm getting all of that. And on top of it all, where do they find you? Where do they make you? So now my blackness comes into play. So let me get this straight. I'm a sellout. I'm a no good you know what. But the dude that was accused of double murder, which by the way, wasn't my major point. He didn't want any association with black people until he was indicted on double murder charges. He didn't give a shit about us. I'm not black, I'm OJ. He said that. Jay-Z got it on the 444 album. What are you talking about? I'm not black, I'm OJ. Okay. We all know it. You in an uproar? All caught up in your feelings? You're supposed to be a funny man. You're supposed to be making people laugh. You're supposed to be sitting up there and entertaining us and all of this stuff. And you got your face all cringed up, looking like you ready to go ballistic over OJ? OJ? That's what? That's what got you all ruffled? OJ. That's what you want to stand on. You want to stick up for OJ. I'm not talking about you. Just your take. Your take is trash. You should be embarrassed over being angry at such a thing. You really, really should.
Are you tired of your YouTube channel not getting the attention it deserves? Building a YouTube channel can vary.
Somebody like got something to say, man, that's fine. OJ was working on their show. I understand that. What's on your mind? Don't bother answering it. Don't worry about it, because I ain't going to pay attention to you after I finish talking about this. I'm not going back and forth with you. I got better things in time. And damn it, when you on another television show or another movie, I'm going to watch because I actually like you. I like your work. And I ain't rooting for nothing against you. I'm just talking about this point. That's why you pissed? Over OJ? Really need to. Really do. Willie D. Ghetto boys. I like ghetto boys. There's certain things I love God and I'm a brother, so you know, I try to have a forgiving nature. And when I don't want to forgive somebody, I don't engage in vengeance and all of this other stuff. I just don't mess with them. I don't talk to them. So, right, you know. So Willie D and I probably never speak in life, and that's cool. Don't know him, never met him. If I'm sorry, I don't recall. Stooge. That's one of the names you called me. You called me a monkey. If you're wondering why I closed my eyes just now, it's because I did a quick prayer and I get in your ass. and I won't. You see, a lot of times people look and they look at certain people and they think you're supposed to be scared or whatever, you know. And it's not whether you can win or lose in a fight. It's not whether you can get what you're willing to get harmed for. I'm not going to engage in a back and forth, and I'm not going to incite anything. I'm not going to do that with anybody, but especially my brothers. So I'll be as respectful and as calm as I possibly can be. Was that really called for? Willie D, what am I wrong about? And if I'm wrong and you have the capability to relate what I'm wrong about, why couldn't you just, why do I have to be called out of my name like that? You think helps us when you say such things about another black man? I would call anybody that, including somebody I hate, and we all know who that is. It's not you, Willie D. I don't know you. I'm not talking about you. Everybody know who I'm talking about when I talk about somebody I despise. I wouldn't call him that. So that's so out of pocket, so juvenile. It's so uncalled for. It's so excessive. Maybe yourself, does it apply more to me or you? I ain't never called no black person that. More importantly, I don't treat black people that way just because they disagree with my take. And I just gave you examples in terms of OJ's situation being televised. We saw what we saw in terms of the evidence. We understood why he was found not guilty in a criminal trial. As a member of the OJ team, Carl Douglas, the Johnny Cochran, came on this show not once, but twice to explain. So we got that. To the point where I was not really talking about OJ in terms of being acquitted on the murder charges. I'm talking about all the things that came with him, not to mention the fact that he did not to be a part of our community. When we talk about sellouts and stuff like that, who was a bigger one when it came to our community than OJ? He wanted nothing to do with us. Nothing. And made that until he was indicted on double murder charges.
All right, that's enough of that. Reason why Stephen A got so defensive and got so pissed off when Willie D and Faison Love called him out is because some of that is true, because they know some of the stuff he's saying about, well, that they're saying about him is true. And also, he can't take the heat. He's one of those dudes, he can dish it out, but he can't take it. And it's so funny when his other black people criticize him. Oh, he's got all this smoke. You know, the Hollis Queens in him comes out and he's all gangster. But Michelle Beto, who violated company policy, by the way, posted on Twitter that you needed to be suspended for your comments about the whole Ray Rice incident with his wife. You had no smoke for her. When you came back, oh, you held your head down. You were all humble and, you know, I'm sorry and I deeply regret. But you didn't threaten to get in her ass. She could have cost you your job. Matter of fact, she almost did cost you your job. Luckily, ESPN kept you on. But you got all this smoke for Willie D and Faison Love. all because of their opinion. And also, you misquoted the whole "I'm not black, I'm OJ." He said, "I'm not black, I'm not white, I'm OJ." He was basically saying, judge me as an individual. Judge me based on my talents and capabilities, not my race. That line has been misquoted for over 50 years. And also, Willie D, maybe I didn't agree with the wording, but he wasn't trying to call you a monkey to demean you. He was basically saying you're being a sellout. That's what he meant. He didn't mean it in a demeaning way. He's basically saying you're selling out, you're sitting up, catering to a certain side instead of just being fair down the middle, because you don't have this energy for others, but you have the energy for the brothers and sometimes the sisters as well. Like with Kyrie, you called that man stupid all because he didn't want to take the vax. Was that called for? But Aaron Rodgers sat up and lied about taking the vax. You didn't sit up and call him a liar. You gave him all kind of passes and grace. But Kyrie, he didn't get any breaks at all. And you talking about OJ didn't want to have anything to do with the black community. Sometimes you don't. A lot of times you don't either. You definitely don't want to really have anything to do with us. All you do is sit up and dog us and demean us, whether it's on First Take or on your podcast. Every day, all day, every day, you talk mess about us. Heck, you just put out tweets about Jaylen Brown, which I'm going to get into that on Monday's show. Like, you messing with Jaylen Brown, this man hasn't done anything to you. For the most part, he's been a model citizen. He's never gotten into any trouble. He's never been, been called a bad teammate by any of his teammates. He's very active in the community, and also he definitely has been outspoken on social issues. This is like the perfect modern athlete. But no, instead of praising him and encouraging him, you're constantly taking digs at this man. Now, I can see if he went at you. Well, of course he went at you because you saying that he's not marketable and all that. Well, reveal your sources. Who said that he wasn't marketable? But, okay, you can feel however you feel about the whole OJ case, whether you felt he was guilty or innocent. But still, don't try to relitigate this case 30-something years later. And also, BT was honoring him because he had recently passed away. And also, they were honoring the accomplishments he had in his career. He was an actor also, along with the other actors that were honored. He was also an athlete. One of the greatest college players ever, one of the best NFL running backs ever. And also, he was, if you really think about it, he was the first black celebrity pitch man. If it wasn't for OJ, a lot of these athletes we've seen past and present wouldn't be pitching products for these major companies. Matter of fact, even you were just you've been in some commercials, Stephen A. So even OJ paved the way for you to do that. And yes, I may have had my issues with OJ, but I'm not going to keep on, I'm going to respect the verdict with his case just like I have with many others. Now, I may have not liked the outcomes to those verdicts, but hey, I got to accept it and move on, just like you need to. And also, Faison and Willie D are not the only ones who feel that way. A lot of us have felt that way about you for years because you didn't start out like that, Stephen A. You didn't. When you first came on the scene, you came acting like you were down with us. You related to us. And spoke our language and had our thoughts. But then once you got put on at ESPN, started making all that money, started getting your own show and whatnot, you changed. You weren't down with us anymore. Now, I get it. You got to elevate and advance in your career. I'm not knocking that, but you don't got to put us down in order to do it. That's what they've been saying, and that's how we feel. You don't have to put us down in order to advance and move on up. That's why a lot of us still feel what T.O. said on First Take to your face, that Max Kellerman is more blacker than you. Right, I'm seeing more people in the comments. Quad, what's up, man? How you doing? Thanks for joining me. How you been? Said Kwame and Stephen A. Smith are both a joke. Definitely. Said preach, brother. Yeah, I've been been on my soapbox here on this late night, and also had to show the video clips. All right. Let me go to my next story. Brett Favre is back at it again. Brett Favre, the welfare king with the Burger King hat on, he's trying to reinstate his lawsuit against former NFL Hall of Famer and ESPN commentator Shannon Sharpe. As you all know, may or may not know, last year, Brett Favre was trying to sue Shannon Sharpe as well as his colleague Pat McAfee for slander, as they reported his case. Reported his scandal, rather. You all know that Brett Favre was accused of stealing defrauding the state of Mississippi of millions of dollars that was allocated for low-income people with food stamps in order to build his daughter, in order to build a volleyball gym for his daughter's college. His other two cohorts in that case, they pled guilty, but Brett Favre is yet to be charged. Brett Favre just needs to sit down and shut up. Dude, it's been plain as day. You got caught with your hand in the cookie jar. You sat up and stole not just thousands, but millions. And you ripped off poor people to do it. With the money and notoriety you had, you could have either put that money up yourself, or you definitely could have got some rich donors, as well as maybe a few former NFL players involved to help you build that gym. But no. Instead of doing that, you decide to rip off the poor people of Mississippi who definitely needed that money for whoever it was. It could be a single mother out there who may be working a minimum wage job but can't put food on the table for herself and her kids. It could be a college student out there trying to get their education, living on their own, but they don't have enough means to take care of themselves. That could have helped them out, but no, you didn't care about that. You just cared about what you wanted for yourself and your daughter, and just said F everybody else. And Shannon Sharpe was just doing his job as an analyst. He was just reporting the story. He didn't call you any kind of names. He didn't wish death upon you. He didn't tell people to go to your house and just snatch you up out of it and harm you, or he didn't give out your home address for everybody to come to your house and do harm to you. He was just reporting the story, and he was just doing his job. You know, some of y'all love to talk about that Constitution, but guess what? We have right to freedom of the press as well. So you definitely can't get mad at Shannon Sharpe, Pat McAfee, me, or any other analyst on TV or any YouTube content creator for reporting this story. You're just mad because you got caught. That's what this is about. And also, you're upset with Shannon Sharp because, excuse me, you're just upset with Shannon Sharp because he was the first major name to call you out on your BS about what you did. And what you did was wrong. He said you need to be in jail. Matter of fact, last year when this story came out, I said you needed to be in jail, and I still feel that way. You do need to be in jail for that. Because if any of us would even took $300, they'd definitely be throwing us in jail right now. But here you ripped off a state for millions, and you're still not in jail. Glenn Big Baby Davis, former NBA player who was with the Boston Celtics, where he also won a championship. This dude's about to serve what? A few years in jail just for fraud. But here you committed fraud and you're still walking the streets. Excuse me again. Claude, you said just chilling. That's good to hear. What's the weather like in your neck of the woods? I know y'all definitely getting a lot of heat down there in North Carolina. All right, I'm going to take a quick time out. I'll be right back to give you my take on Ryan Garcia's apology, so don't go away. All right, I'm back, good people. My last story for the night. Disgraced boxer Ryan Garcia, issues an apology following his ban from the WBC for a year due to the racist and bigoted rants he said in his Twitter space a few weeks ago. Here's what he posted on X, and I quote, "I take all responsibility for my words. I misunderstood. I just got a lot of trauma, and it's been a tough couple of months, as everyone can tell, but I am sorry. I struggle with substance abuse, and it's hard for me with everything going on. I actually love black people, no cap, which is why I'm actually said I I'm actually said I offended, all my black family and friends. This sucks, but all I can do is be better and stop using stupid words and letting some people in my circle hype me up. Sorry, everyone that I offended. I still stand on stopping black on black crime." Well, as my late uncle would say, cool story, but you're telling it to the wrong MF. This dude ain't sorry. I don't even know why he even wasted the characters tweeting that trash. Because it's not genuine, it's not sincere. And it's a backhanded apology at that. Because he ends, "I intend on stopping black on black crime." Stop the doggone crime in your community first, Ryan. Y'all deleting each other left and right. Especially with the cartels. They're sitting up cutting up people and putting them in barrels. So stop the crime in your community first. Stop the Latino on Latino crime. And secondly, I'm tired of people using mental health issues as an excuse when they do bullshit. Like, no, you're just an evil racist bastard, Ryan. Just admit it and move on. I know a lot of people with mental health issues, and they never said anything racist or Islamophobic. Those thoughts ain't never came through their mind. Excuse me. Also, you don't sit up and make fun of a dead man talking about digging up his body and then killing him again. That's just a cruel insult to not only that man's memory, but as well as to his surviving family and friends. Because how would you feel if somebody said that about one of your family members? Oh, you have a fit. You would just spaz out online. And also, you felt that way all along before you even said it on that Twitter space. Because you got it honest, because I've also had sources tell me that your father has also said racist things. So like father, like son. Excuse me. So don't even try to use mental health or substance abuse just because you wanted to say your racist stuff. You spoke your truest thoughts in that form, whether you were high or sober. So no, I don't accept that apology, and anyone else who's not down with racism or bigotry shouldn't accept that apology either, because it's all bullshit. I bet my last dollar within the next few months or even a year, he's going to be back on it again. The only thing you're sorry about, Ryan, is you're sorry you got caught. You're not sorry about what you said. Because if you were truly sorry about what you said, you wouldn't have said it. And also, your apology would have been more genuine and sincere, which is not. That apology's faker than a $2 bill. Anyways, that's it for this show. I thank all y'all for joining me on this late night. Excuse me, where you tuned in on YouTube, X, Facebook, Twitch, Kick.com. I appreciate all of y'all just hanging out with me for a little while on this late night. I'm going to be back live tomorrow on my Twitter space at 8 o'clock, my first one. I'm going to talk about LeBron and Bronny James and this whole nepotism controversy. Y'all are definitely welcome to chime in if you have an X account. Just be respectful. So until then, y'all have a good one. Love y'all to life. Salute. Y'all be safe. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Enjoy your morning. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your night. I'm out. See y'all tomorrow.